glad you guys all came here.
This is Steve Gomez.
Yes, if you haven't met the real Mike Baxter, this is Bob Miner, the general manager.
There's the real Mike Baxter. He's the store manager for Bass Pro Shop, Rancho Cucamonga.
He's the copycat. He's the real one. He does it every day.
It's true.
Yes. But again, it's a great thing. If you haven't seen the bear coat rack is out front there. That's the one from Ed's office. So take a look. It's a nice one. Long story. Those are from Black Forest. It's made in the early 1800s. It is an old one. There's 13 of them in the United States. They had one in the first 6 season, and we all know what happened. This is the one that came in and replaced it. The first one is a lighter one than this one, and that'll be on the set next week. So, yay! But I wanted you guys to see it before we go. Yes, go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways, some of the things I do on there, for the set dressing, thanks to Bob Miner, he directed in my direction to help him get some of the replica firearm and taxidermy. So it's a real, it's been a pleasure to work on the show. So I wanted to make sure we kept this going. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you. It was a great day. And we're all a family. Like I told Merle, I think she's with us today. Yeah. So, thank you. And Bob say a few words so he could go sell some more things.
Over here.
I'll go.
Yeah, good. Awesome. I like the sound of that. All right, good afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing? Can everybody sort of hear? I'm going to talk louder than Steve so everybody can hear. So in early 2011, this is how far back this goes, I was approached by Jerry Kelter. She's the set decorator, if you guys have heard her name or not met her maybe. And she said, hi, I'm Jerry, this is what I do. And would Bass Pro be interested in having our crew come down and learn about what your job is every single day? Because we need to take notes. And we need to pass those notes on to Mike Baxter so that we can figure out, we are really going to try to do some modeling of this show after Bass Pro. And I said, you got to be kidding me, right? And she said, no, I'm not kidding you. In fact, we want to bring a film crew down, and we want to film inside your store, and we want to film outside of your store, and we want to get story ideas by talking to your people, and we want to film. They did some filming. Half of one entire day was them filming down here. If everybody hasn't heard that story, they were, and maybe this is still an upcoming storyline, I doubt it, but maybe, but they were going to film that from either a dog getting in trouble perspective and like terrorizing the store, outdoor man, or a small person, like a kid, coming into a store and terrorizing the store. So they got all kinds of footage doing this with their camera. They did that for half a day one day. I talked to probably 15 different people to get this whole thing off the ground and have it be somewhat based on what I do. And then I find out in the offing, so Mike Baxter has how many girls? 3 girls. Bob Miner has 3 girls. What the heck? Is this impossible or what, right? And I just said, you know, Jerry, I'll do all of this for you, and Bass Pro won't charge you anything at all if I can get an autographed picture of Tim. Tell Jerry I'm still waiting on that, right? I do not have that. But she did the next best thing, probably even better thing, and I actually got to meet Tim when I was there at the set last year, and what a blast that was. I have a picture with him, and we talked about firearms, and we talked about all kinds of cool stuff, and I got my picture with these 2 guys right here too, but I cropped them out of it, and it's, you know, it's super cool, it really is. So Steve and I have known each other for several years. He's an amazing guy. His wife Kathy, an amazing lady, and I'm really just grateful that we could put all this together and have you learn a little bit about Bass Pro. So I've been the general manager for 11 years. My retail career is much bigger than that, but this is absolutely the longest place I've ever worked and the best place I've ever worked. And I just love that we can have this connection with Outdoor Man. You've all seen the outside of the store. The in-between scenes cutaway is that right over there. And a quick story on the green truck, that GMC green truck that is sitting outside of those cutaways. We used to have that truck out there in our planter. And I was looking at the truck one day and I said, this truck is really worn down. What are we going to do? Because we didn't do anything to protect it from the elements very well, and we really were having kind of a problem with there was a broken window, and they said, well, you can get it refurbished if you want to, and it's going to be about $15,000 to refurbish it. And I said, well, no thank you. I think I'm going to have to part ways with this. So if you're ever in Memphis, Tennessee, and you go to our store in the Pyramid, and if you don't know it, there's an actual pyramid-shaped building in Memphis, and it used to be an arena, and now it's a Bass Pro with a hotel inside, Big Cypress Lodge it's called, and it is the most beautiful property you will ever see. So you've got to, if you get to Memphis, you got to go to the Bass Pro there. The green truck is there. It's a GMC. It's not a Chevy like someone thought, I guess, or whatever. It's a GMC truck, and it's a 1950. I think it's a 1952, somewhere around there. Anyway, that small cutaway scene that you see between scenes, it's there in the planter. It's now gone. It's just plants in the planter now. And quick story there. And then otherwise, it's been season after season of Jerry. When you look at the sets that are there, besides all of Steve's stuff that he brought, if you see a set with an ATV, there's one of those every year, and they have a motor stand, and usually that's the Jay Leno one where he's there. All of that stuff in that set is stuff that we rent to Last Man Standing because it's all stuff we have. So that's our relationship with them. They rent boats from us. They rent a little bit of taxidermy from us every once in a while. They rent an ATV from us, and it goes on and on and on, and I can't tell you that it's just one of the greatest pleasures that I have as the general manager is to deal with Jerry and to be a part of that, and then to go home and watch the show and see the stuff that I know is part of our store and all of that, and it's a big thrill. And I think Steve and I were going to take a couple of quick questions if anybody had any about the store or about anything behind the scenes that we might be able to answer or whatever.
What stuff do you have today in the store that you can point to that was on the set?
Well, let's see. When they buy, a lot of times they'll buy things, and so if you see any piece of fishing equipment there, or a life jacket, all of that is all things that she's bought to decorate that set. So if you went to our marine department or our fishing department, it's going to be kind of facsimile of. It's not going to be exactly the same. The most standout ones, I guess, would be our ATVs, and we have new ATVs this year, so we'll see what happens if one of the new ones shows up or if she begs me for an old model or whatever, but I guess the real answer to it is mostly, when I think about it, it's mostly our Christmas merchandise, because when they do the Christmas theme at the Outdoor Man, anything that's a stocking or a decoration or anything like that is all from Bass Pro, because it's easier for her to actually buy it from us than it is to try to rent it from somewhere else. And so not a lot probably today, but it just sort of evolves, and it's there kind of through the different episodes that you'll kind of catch a few things that are here or not here.
Hi, Bob. I had a question.
Yeah.
I heard that through the grapevine that you sometimes will watch the vlog of the episodes, and that, as we know, there's always a sales pitch involved in those vlogs, and that the next day or very soon thereafter, you will springboard off of that and actually have those exact items or similar items on sale at your store. Is that correct?
Well, I think actually that's the online division. So there's the BassPro.com will actually pay attention to what's happening with the show, and then I think occasionally they have had some specials on BassPro.com. So it's accurate to the point where it's definitely Bass Pro's involved, just not quite at the store level, but on the online level. So yeah, it's a big thrill actually to have them pay attention and to watch it and to know that it's that we're part of it. I know, I should though, right? Yeah.
He asked, does he have a vlog like Mike Baxter does?
See what happens.
He's going to be on a ham radio out there. Have any other questions?
How come this area is never in the show, the restaurant?
Well, so I don't think they duplicated that, and I don't think they even have a little.
They set a restaurant on opposite within the retail, out in front of the retail.
Yeah.
They set it up there, but it's just kind of a set. It's nothing.
I think it was. So this is a Johnny Morris, our owner, is this consummate saltwater fisher person, and he basically. The whole idea of Bass Pro came about in 1972 in Missouri. He lived there, and he thought that the bass angler did not have what they needed in order to fish. This is a really cool story. You should look it up and read all the details. But Bass Pro started in the back of a liquor store in Springfield, Missouri, and it was 16 feet of lures for bass anglers and whatever equipment that they needed, and apparently it sold within like days. And so that's when he started the catalog, and that's when the Springfield, Missouri Bass Pro Store, which is over 600,000 square feet, if you've ever been there. It's the other place you got to go if you're ever in Missouri. And then it was born from there. And we're a store, big store, 200,000 square feet, but nothing like Springfield. So, but the idea behind the whole thing is that he wanted to be known for bass fishing, and then slowly it evolved into all of the other things that we carry today. Anybody else? Anything else on your mind?
You guys have been great.
Pretty much the same.
What's that? I'm sorry.
The interior inside all the Bass Pro shops.
I will tell you, this is unique. So who's ever had the bucket list idea of I gotta go and see a baseball game at every stadium, right? I have actually had people walk up to me and say, I'm doing this with Bass Pro because every one of them is different. So let me tell you why it would be different. If you go in and look at the interior of our store, every single one of those handmade chandeliers that's in there are made just for this store. You won't see it in any other store. And if you look at what we call the clear story, which is our the 60-foot tall center of the store as you walk down, those images are of Joshua Tree and of Big Bear Lake and of places that are unique to Southern California. And so you can walk into Las Vegas and it's completely different, with completely different animals and a completely different theme and everything different. So if you get a chance to get to other Bass Pros and you look up and you look around, you will definitely notice that they're all different, every single one of them. We have, because a lot of the outdoor arena is filled with people that also were famous actors, baseball players, and things like that. If you go up to our archery department, you're going to see a picture of Babe Ruth with a big spread of birds that he has bird hunted. And so it's extremely unique to that. But then Babe Ruth won't be in any other Bass Pro because he's not. He was from this area and he fished this area, and so he's going to stay just on our wall and be special that way. And so you look up and look all around, there's over 400 taxidermy mounts. There's double that amount of photos on the wall, and they're all going to be local to like what happened in our coastline right along here. Makes every store very unique.
When did you guys become dog friendly?
We actually have been the entire time, except for one time about 2 months when someone complained. And so we made a flyer and we said, if you don't like that someone complained about us being dog friendly, here's the health department number. They were deluged with phone calls. And they called me one day and said, can we rethink this, please? So we won that battle. So yeah, it's always been, and that's thanks to the county, and county health allows us to do that. Not in some jurisdictions do not allow it. So it's store by store. Yeah. But your puppy would of course always be welcome. But we
bring her here to train, and she should wear her best.
Yeah, she's terrific.
Today,
so we are dog friendly. If anybody has a dog at home and you want to come back and visit, as long as they're on a leash, you can bring your dog to Bass Pro.
I want to thank Bob for organizing, helping set this all up.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, he did. Give him a hand. And then Lisa and John. Hey!
And Steve Gomez. And Kathy Gomez. What's up with Steve Gomez?
That's the biggest job.
All right,
has
guys,
a question.
I'm going to get back and go and run the store. If you need anything, all of the servers will take good care of you here, and Steve can reach me on my phone, and it's a great pleasure to have you here. I hope you come in and enjoy the store and shop in the store afterwards, and we're thrilled to have you here at Bass Pro. Come again, okay? Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Bob. Everybody, that's Bob Miner. He's the Mike Baxter of Bass Pro Shops. Thank you, Bob.